Good morning to all of you. We continue with the Java fundamentals. Today we will be discussing about the different types of tokens. In the tokens you have a subdivisions such as the keywords, operators, separators, identifiers, literals. And then we will be moving on with the literals. What are the key variables and other things. So here we go with the whatever we have taught, we will be moving on with it. Now what are these, why these are required? Now these are nothing else but these are the entities, the small entities which are required in the program. You people are using class, giving a class name. Now the class is a keyword and the class name is an identifier. You write void main. The void is a keyword, main. Now main is the name here of that particular function. You use if is a keyword then. So the bracket you use, it's a parenthesis, it's a separator. So many things, all these entities combine together to form a program, and therefore they are very much essential. And we will come across what are the rules, regulations, why they are required and what is their use, and we will be going through it. Let's move on with the tokens. Thank you. So let's proceed to the keywords. What are keywords? Now these are the predefined words which has a special meaning to the compiler. It has a special meaning to the compiler. Altogether there are 50 keywords, and out of which 48 are in use. Now what are the two left one? Const and goto are the reserved words. They are not defined. Const and goto are not defined. They are the reserved words which will be defined in the future. Now one more thing about it. Null, true and false are reserved for value. They are reserved for the value. They are reserved for as a value. You cannot use them in the program. You cannot use them as an identifier. Now what are the things which you must keep it in your mind? First thing, what you should keep in your mind, note. It cannot be used as a name, or you call it as a identifier for naming a class, object, function or a variable. You cannot use it. You cannot use it as an identifier. And secondly, most important thing what you need about this is the keywords. You cannot use it as a name, objects, and it is case sensitive. Must be written in small letters. It must be written in a small letters. These are about the keywords. Alright, now identifiers. It's a sequence of characters. It is a sequence of characters either in a small in a lowercase or in uppercase for naming a class, object, function or a variable. It is the fundamental building block of a program. What it is? It is the fundamental building block of a program. This is a fundamental building block of a program. Now, there are some rules and the guidelines for the identifiers. What are the rules, the basic rules which you people should remember? Alright, the rules which you should remember. Yes. First one, it should not begin with a number. It should not begin with a number. Right. It must, that means it must start with the alphabet. Second thing, it should be unique. It can be of any length. Any length means you can use a single character or you can use more than one character. Alright. Now, dot, gaps, in between gap, dots, in between gaps are not allowed. Now, special symbol such as dollar and underscore can be used after a alphabet. Special symbol dollar and underscore can be used after a character. This is what you have to remember. This is about the identifiers. Now, 1, 2, 3 things you people must remember. There are some rules. Now, we are going to discuss about the literals. What are literals? Now, literals. We will be discussing about some literals. So, what are literals? Now, for literals, literals are nothing else but these are termed as the constant. Literals are nothing else. They are termed as constant. Now, what do you mean by a constant? The value that a variable holds. What is it? The value that a variable holds. That what is a literal. Now the literal can be classified as, now first one is integer literal, floating point literal, character literal, Boolean literal, and a string literal. These are the some of the literals. Now coming across integer literal. Integer literal. It consists of numbers between 0 to 9 without any decimal. Between 0 to 9 without any decimal value. No decimal is allowed here. It can be either positive or can be negative. It can be either positive or it can be negative. Now what are the rules? So again, integer literals again are of three types, as you people know: decimal, octal and hexadecimal. Now decimal from 0 to 9, octal 0 to 8, so 8 is not included, 0 to 7, and it is 1 to 9, then A to F. Now its base is 16, its base is 8, its base is 10. Are you getting it? So what things you people should remember while writing an literal? What things you should remember while you are using a literal? Now first thing, as we know, dots not allowed. That means if you are writing a equals to 10.1, invalid, it's a invalid one. Now double quotes not allowed. A equals to 10.1 or let it be 10, not allowed. Space not allowed. Suppose I want to write 123, I had written 12 here and 3 here, then again it's invalid. Space is not allowed. Quotes it's not allowed. Special symbol not allowed. A equals to 123, $123, then again it's an invalid one. You cannot use the dollar there. Are you getting it? This is all about the integer literal, and then now moving to the floating point literals. The floating point literals. Now what are the floating point literals? Now these are also known as real literals. They are used to hold decimal and exponential values. Now they are used to hold a decimal and exponential value. Now it can be either positive or can be negative. They can be either positive or it can be either negative. Alright. Now the it's a representation. It has a two representation, two ways for representation. Now one is a standard notation. Now what is in standard notation? A character followed by the decimal values. a digit followed by decimal values, and another one is a scientific notation. Now, what is the scientific notation? Now, scientific notation consists of standard notation followed by, followed by a symbol e and then the exponential value. Standard notation followed by capital E or small e. This represents exponential, and followed by exponents. Example 1.23 E02. Now, what is E? What is E here? E means 10 base 10 power 2. This E means, this particular line means E 10 to the power 2. Instead of 10, it is E written. Alright. Now, when you play with the calculators, sometimes when a large value comes, it is E represented there, and we feel it as it that it's error is there, but it's not an error. Rather, it's a scientific notation how it has been done. Alright. So let's transform one. Suppose 362.32. Now I had to change this. Then I will be writing it 326232E02 because moving left side. Alright. So 2 decimal places it has moved. Therefore it is a 2. Now the part before E is called as the mantissa, and the part after E is called as the exponents. Now this was in the board question. What is a mantissa and what is an exponent? So the digits before E is a mantissa. Digits before the base E is mantissa. Digits after the base E is exponents. So now coming to the character literals. What are the character literals? Now, character literal, any character enclosed within a single quotes is termed as a character literal. Any character enclosed within a single quote is termed as character literal. It is termed as a character literal. Any case. Remember this. This is a single character. What you need to use, single character. Only a single character should be there. That what is a character literal. Are you getting it? Example. If you are writing, this is a character literal. Now, in this character literal, there is a escape sequence. Now, what is an escape sequence? We must know what is an escape sequence. What is an escape sequence? Now, all the characters which cannot be typed directly from the keyboard. Characters which cannot be, the characters which cannot be typed directly from the keyboard are represented through escape sequence. Now what is an this is an escape sequence. So what is an escape sequence? Actually it is a character enclosed within a single quotes, alright, followed by a slash. What is then escape sequence? A character followed by a backslash within single quotes. Example. Now slash t. It is a tab, slash n is a new line. This is an escape sequence. Now moving on to the from escape sequence, character literal, then the Boolean literals. Now what are the Boolean literals? Now the Boolean literals, it contains only, the Boolean literals contain can contain only two values. What are it? It is either true or false. It can have only two values, either true or false. Now what you need to remember, true cannot be represented by any integer value, neither the true nor the false. Now true false, they cannot be represented by a numerical value. That means if I say 0 is a true and 1 is false, it is not possible. True is true and false is false. Now these Boolean literals, you can get it through the relational operators. Their return type is a Boolean literal. So either true or false. Are you getting it? Now the string literal. Anything enclosed within double quotes is considered as a string literal. Alright, is considered as string literal. Example now, Ram. You can have 2019. He is a boy. These are all string literals. This is all about the literals, and in the next video we will be moving ahead. Thank you.